Let's move back to the India-Pakistan conflict, and we have talked briefly about GDP. How do you think that this conflict could impact the growth, the GDP of either of the countries, of India or Pakistan?
Well, as far as India is concerned, I would like to say that India is a very large country. It's the fourth largest economy in the world. And our growth is based on very strong fundamentals. Let me try and explain to you the sustainability of our growth. Number one, our growth is very healthy. It is driven by domestic demand as well as export orientation. So given the healthy nature of the growth is bound to remain. Second, as a large country with multiple partnerships, India has the ability to hedge all the external challenges. I don't think any external challenge today has the ability to disrupt our growth. And we have seen in recent times, during the time of COVID, as well as during the global supply chain shifts, India has been able to navigate its way in a manner that our growth has remained at a very, very high levels. So I think for next couple of decades at least, our growth is bound to be there, and no external challenge can disrupt that growth.
Right. And Moody's would seem to agree with you. They have said in a note that we do not expect major disruptions to India's economic activity. However, Pakistan, can it afford this conflict?
It's a fragile economy, as you very well know. They have sought IMF help. And they are, I think, they are undergoing 23rd round of IMF support. So it's surely a fragile economy. I think one of the reasons behind such conflict is the domestic demand to carry out such conflicts. So in a way, you are very right. They surely can't afford such conflicts.
India did ask the IMF to reconsider the next tranche of that $7 billion bailout to Pakistan. India tried to tell the IMF that, and this is quoting, rewarding continued sponsorship of cross-border terrorism sends a dangerous message to the global community. Basically, that it's a form of indirect funding for terror. Why do you think it was that that India did not succeed and that the IMF continued to pay that out to Pakistan?
India has always expressed concern regarding financing of terrorism, particularly state financing of terrorism. And in the past, we have used various global platforms to try and put pressure on Pakistan in this regard. FATF is one such platform. And FATF had put Pakistan in a grey list for a while, for a longish period of time. I would say that Pakistan needs to show demonstrable actions against terrorism. And until that happens, the pressure from FATF and other global platforms should remain on them. So I do understand that FATF is undergoing a review of Pakistan right now. And this is a point that we will surely raise over there.
Director General, so what are the other sort of most exciting areas of cooperation between Taiwan and India?
Well, we mentioned about semiconductor cooperation. I think when it comes to technology partnership, one can see a lot happening between India and Taiwan. For example, let's take electronic manufacturing. Today, I would say most Taiwanese electronic manufacturing companies are in India. Foxconn just last week announced $1.5 billion infusion into their company in India. Similarly, Pegatron, Wistron, and many more companies are already in India and they are expanding in India. Similar is happening with non-leather footwear. Companies such as Pouch and Fantai are very well known here in Taiwan, and all of them are in India now. Very complex technology partnerships are getting done between Indian companies and Taiwanese companies. I have come to know about a partnership between Advantech and Nagaro on AI edge applications. I also heard about a similar partnership between Phison and Micromax on AI memory. Now, such partnerships are the ones that can really bring out the potential of India and Taiwan. I'm very, I would say, optimistic about them. And I do foresee a lot of billion-dollar plus companies coming out from this partnership.
Do you see that for Taiwan's case, that it helps Taiwan essentially to harden resistance against China?
Well, as far as supply chain partnerships goes, as I mentioned to you earlier, Taiwanese companies are looking for few things. Number one, they need a large market to go to, because in order for them to remain resilient, they need to tap into a large market. Second, Taiwanese companies always have enjoyed a prime position when it comes to electronic manufacturing and exporting to United States and Europe. I think for them to continue manufacturing in a competitive manner, they need to have access to talent. And today, India is the largest source of talent. Number three, during this difficult phase, when they are navigating through difficult times, when they are shifting their supply chains, they need support from the governments. And here, Government of India has done, I would say, the best possible job. We have provided incentives of tailor-made nature to them. Our state governments also have stepped in. So, just to tell you, many Taiwanese companies are getting benefits from both the center as well as state. So that helps them to go through this shift, and we are helping them lessen the pain of the shift. And fourth, I don't think there is any other jurisdiction where they can have a large ecosystem. In India, they can have that large ecosystem. Indian market and our geography is large enough for them to establish themselves in an ecosystem manner. So all said and done, I would say as far as Taiwanese companies are concerned, for them to remain resilient, for them to remain competitive, and for them to survive through this difficult time, India is the best candidate. So again, through your platform, let me pass on this message to Taiwanese companies that they should utilize all the opportunities that are available to them. We have just launched a scheme called Electronic Component Manufacturing Scheme. Under that scheme, we are providing subsidy up to 25% of the project cost to PCB manufacturers, for example. I hope Taiwanese companies will utilize this opportunity and move into India.